Alan Smith and Danny Mills are the two Leeds players who should be wary of a yellow card. That would mean they would miss the return game in 3 weeks' time. And Danny Mills partnering Lucas Radebe, the fifth different central defensive partnership that David O'Leary has had to use this season, indicative of the sort of problems that the Irishman has had to contend with this season. Whilst Beşiktaş are unchanged from the side that beat Barcelona 3-0 a week ago, the man to look out for, Ahmet Dursun, who got his first goals in Europe, as well with Pascal Nouma, who along with Erman, who is a defender, they are also two players who are sweating on a yellow card and would therefore be suspended should they be given one by our Portuguese official, who is Vitor Manuel Pereira. And good to see that the Leeds bench is somewhat getting like more of a full-strength squad with the likes of Stephen McPhail, Darren Huckerby as well, and Michael Bridges, giving options for David O'Leary. Portuguese official is highly experienced. He's officiated in the Euro 96 and also the 2000 campaigns. Beşiktaş players just having a Celtic huddle. Leeds United need no such things. The crowd inside Elland Road is generating so much atmosphere, and hoping of course that they've overcome the physical and mental tiredness that David O'Leary had said had plagued them in the weekend draw against Derby County. After their respective and unexpected victories, Beşiktaş and Leeds United know that 3 points tonight after their wins over Barcelona and AC Milan could take them just that little bit closer towards the next stages of European competition. No Beşiktaş fans have actually travelled, and Leeds United in all white to kick-start this third game of this European campaign. Viduka didn't necessarily have the happiest of times with Australia down under in the Olympics as we're underway. But of course he'll be hoping that he can break his duck for his club after summoning from Celtic. And Leeds will also hope that they can add to that famous win over Milan. Matteo. Hart's cross. Viduka just couldn't get there. Smith picks the ball up, almost going into the penalty area. Khlestov will bring the ball away. The former Spartak Moscow player who played against Leeds on both occasions for the Russian champions last season in the UEFA Cup. Indeed, I think it was he who gave away the mistake which led to the Harry Kewell goal in Sofia. Good start though from Leeds, looking to push Beşiktaş back onto the back foot. Opening 60 seconds. Viduka. Good turn from Viduka. Looks up, plays the ball in. Smith was there. And Leeds have got a corner. And straight away that partnership which has blossomed in the opening 5 games. Indeed, Alan Smith has scored all of his 5 goals, whilst Viduka played in those opening 5 games, showing signs of being back in harmony once again. But with a corner, there was Smith. Just couldn't get his head around it. Smith, who hasn't scored in the last 6 games, has certainly started brightly, even if his near post header was wide. Eirik Bakke, who got both of the goals against Galatasaray in the UEFA Cup semi-final, was also prominent in having his shirt pulled. Beşiktaş, I'm sure, will hope to try and keep it rather solid in these opening minutes. They took the lead in the San Siro a fortnight ago against AC Milan, but went on to lose 4-1. This is Dursun. Just couldn't keep the ball in play. Ahmet Dursun, who was the second highest goal scorer for Turkey last season with some 21 goals and 2 cracking strikes as well against Barcelona a week ago. Leeds deep inside their own half. Viduka with a flick on. Smith got the ball out well to Bowyer. Smith is in a more forward position. The ball will break kindly for him as well. Gary Kelly now comes forward on the right hand side, looks to go around the back of Ibrahim as well. The free kick has gone against the Irish international. Leeds United against AC Milan. Never let the Italians settle a week ago, and I'm sure David O'Leary will hope that the players can make sure they keep up that sort of high tempo, never allowing the opposition to get into any sort of rhythm. Ian Bowyer, good understanding down the right. That's a good ball for Alan Smith to chase. Smith pulls the ball back from the right. Viduka just couldn't get there. Hart will now pick it up. Wants it on the right foot. Shot is blocked. Leeds still have possession. And Khlestov will clear for Beşiktaş, but this is a good start and good pressure from Leeds United. Viduka, lovely little flick back. Bakke. Khlestov again is the man to tidy at the back for the current Turkish league leaders. I'm sure David O'Leary will be highly encouraged by this start in the opening 4 minutes. Keeping possession well too, Leeds. Bakke, good ball to Bowyer, tried to take it on the run. That was casual from the Nigerian goalkeeper Ike Shorunmu. Very laid back. Dacourt bobbling around on the edge of the area, and Karhan, the Slovakian, will bring the ball away, looking composed as well as they look for a counter-attack. Beşiktaş. Nihat breaks towards Dursun, just inside the penalty area. Dursun will hesitated. He's got options there. Neumar's also in the penalty area, but Leeds had white shirts back in abundance. That could well be an interesting confrontation between Smith and Khlestov. He doesn't look much like a young boy nowadays, does he, the 19-year-old? He has matured certainly during the summer and has enjoyed a fine start to this campaign. Nouma trying to switch play for Beşiktaş. Leeds have got a lot of men back behind the ball. Nouma back to Karhan. Ibrahim will come forward, though he made the challenge. Karhan likes to see a lot of the ball. He's an accomplished Slovakian, and he's going to go for goal! And it wasn't too far away from Miroslav Karhan, who has some 36 caps to his credit, likes to get forward wherever possible. It was good link-up play, and his shot, thankfully, was just drifting wide. Struck it true enough. Dacourt, who played with Pascal Nouma, was up front for Beşiktaş for Lens last season. Good play by Smith. Viduka plays in Hart, looks up, there's Smith, there's Bowyer! And Leeds United have got the perfect start, some 6.5 minutes on the clock. And Lee Bowyer has found the score sheet once again. He's enjoying a fine start to the season. It was a wonderful ball whipped in by Hart with pace. Two white shirts went for it, and it was Bowyer who got the decisive touch 6 yards out. It's his 5th goal of the season. The pace was really on the delivery, and the extended right foot guided it home. Just the start that David O'Leary had craved, and the crowd had wanted. There he is again. He's recovered so well from his double hernia operation from the summer. Blows the face, which is causing him concerns at the moment. so well on that left-hand side. David O'Leary, Eddie Gray and Roy Aitken delighted with the start that Leeds have made here. Ian Harte was on the score sheet at Derby at the weekend. He's goal provider on this latest occasion. Beşiktaş, who necessarily have the happiest of reputations on their travels in Europe. In their last campaign at the highest level in European competition, they were beaten by Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain and Gothenburg a few years ago. And they'll look for an early riposte, but Lucas Radebe marshalling a solid defence well. Bakke, who spreads it out to Ian Harte. Matteo is ahead of him. He returned the ball back, but it went out of play. Matteo, the 21st player to make an appearance when the season's less than 2 months old. It's more than the entire playing staff that David O'Leary used for the whole of last season. Beşiktaş come forward with Ibrahim. Again, the white shirts were back. The Turks still have the ball, and Nouma is looking to make his presence felt. The flag was raised, and Nouma was offside. 9 goals in 10 games, though, an obvious threat. He was offside as he tried to latch onto that cross from the left. Willing for the outlet. Ball in play. Alan Smith. The ball is just with Turkey at the moment. Beşiktaş then give it away, which will please this crowd of inside Elland Road. Now Viduka's got a chance here. He's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's in the penalty area, and the goalkeeper somehow diverts the ball onto the bar, and Viduka is denied his first goal for the club. It was a little bit fortuitous how it reached Alan Smith, but the flick, there was the Beşiktaş defence, and Viduka, it actually went under the goalkeeper and somehow went onto the crossbar. Perfect opportunity for a second goal goes begging, but Leeds will come again with the goal scorer Bowyer. Lovely and delightful of flicks, and Beşiktaş have just put the ball out of play for a throw. No man taking no chances. Great start though this for Leeds United. Kelly sends in the cross from the right. There's Viduka! He scored this time! And it is his first goal for Leeds United. The Beşiktaş defence was shambolic. Viduka's not complaining. It's the moment he's been waiting for. Gary Kelly had a little glance up, whipped in the cross, and Viduka totally unmarked as the Beşiktaş defence looked for the offside flag, guided his header past Shorunmu. 2-0. We've been playing for 12 minutes. Well, he's been thriving on crosses like that in Scotland. 27 goals for Celtic last season. And he's now with his first for the club, given Leeds a 2-0 advantage. Although the Beşiktaş coach, Nevio Scala, won't be too happy with his defence. They were holding their own internal inquiries whilst the celebrations went on for Leeds United. Smith brought down by Karhan, free kick. Wonderful noise inside Elland Road as Leeds this time will attack on the other side, the left. Cross cut out though by the number 17, Erman. Karhan was a little bit fortunate to survive, not just on the first error, but also at the second time of asking too. It's asking a lot of Beşiktaş to try and recover from conceding 2 goals in the opening quarter of an hour. Especially when Leeds are playing with so much intensity and a first to every ball. He just couldn't control it from Bowier's through ball, and Markus Münch will try and bring the ball away. Eirik Bakke just giving away a free kick. Third game in a week for the Norwegian. Gives the Leeds midfield so much more. His outstanding attributes. Karhan's ball forward. Nouma and Dursun both trying to get a touch. The referee says that there was no foul. Smith trying to latch onto Kelly's long ball. Khlestov will certainly know that the 19-year-old is about. Khlestov using his experience to bring the ball away. Ball launched forward by Ümit. Ian Harte. Matteo to Dacourt. Smith. Oh, that's a beautiful turn from Smith. Great football. Harte again on the left. Viduka waits in the penalty area. Bakke almost got there with a header. Bowyer then just couldn't control that bouncing ball, and Ibrahim will clear. Indeed, he will slice his clearance. Well, this opening 15 minutes has been a vibrant start from Leeds United and their 2 goals to the good. Viduka's back heel, Bakke almost into the penalty area. The crowd, rather than the players, were appealing for some sort of penalty decision from the Portuguese official. Beşiktaş at the moment just can't get out of their own penalty area. Such is the energy that Leeds are playing with. Ümit and Bakke, the 2 players who really collided into each other in the penalty area. Nevio Scala, a worried man. Ibrahim impeded by Eirik Bakke. Lucas Radebe though putting out the threat from Dursun. Münch there will find him. Now looks for Nihat. Going inside. Well, hand for Beşiktaş. His ball into the penalty area. Comfortably dealt with. Important that Leeds keep it tight. And that's what Danny Mills has done. Outstanding against Shevchenko and co a week ago. He's also trying to keep the likes of Ahmet Dursun and Pascal Nouma quiet. Quiet isn't a word you'd associate with the front 2 of Leeds United. Viduka, who has helped win a throw for Leeds. This is Radebe. Bakke's through ball looking for Smith, but Shorunmu is out. Both Smith and Viduka have been lively up front for Leeds so far. And well worth a 2-0 advantage too. Beşiktaş though are starting to see a little bit more of possession now. At the moment they're playing in front of the Leeds defence, causing too many concerns for David O'Leary. Ibrahim looking for Nouma. Nouma now in between Gary Kelly and Radebe, pulls the ball back. Dursun will try and turn, but Nigel Martyn was well positioned. It was a swift turn though from the Turkish international. Thankfully his shot was straight. It's England's number one. Bowyer picking up on that loose ball. Hardly convincing at the back. Coming forward, they are starting to creep back into this game, looking of course to try and reduce the arrears. This is Nouma doing the step over, one touch too many. Gary Kelly with a clearance. Good challenge from Lucas Radebe. Trying to launch another Leeds United attack. Movement and the running is there for all to see, but Dominic Matteo just caught offside. He slotted in so well. Only his second appearance, or his third appearance for the club, after his £4.25 million move from Liverpool. And versatile with it as well. Either left back or left midfield, he's doing a good job. Forward, Smith controlled the ball and tried to lay it back to Gary Kelly. Pace of the game has certainly dropped, which I'm sure will suit Beşiktaş, who were blown away with those opening 2 goals in 12 minutes. Nevio Scala, their Italian coach, will be hoping they can do something now, because they are certainly enjoying their best spell of this first half with 20 minutes on the clock. Movements forward ball though was too heavy. And Nigel Martyn, making his 199th appearance for the club, will make the clearance. Just couldn't head the ball in the right direction. Ian Harte. Viduka using his strength to good effect, goes for goal, and it wasn't too far away, and indeed Shorunmu must have taken the faintest of touch of his fingertips, or indeed it may well have come off the legs of Erman, but he struck it so well, and it did indeed come off the fingertips of the Nigerian international. Viduka using his strength and power to good effect. Although you wouldn't know he's just been tested, he's certainly a relaxed customer. This is Dacourt. There goes Matteo. He's there, and Matteo has got the third goal! And Leeds United's night just gets better and better. He's not smiling now, the Nigerian, as Leeds extend their lead. The corner was taken short. Dacourt came on the inside, whipped it in at the near post. Smith was there, but it was Matteo who scored his first goal for the club, who turned the ball in. Kept his balance and his composure. Smith again was making a nuisance of himself. Dominic Matteo took full advantage. Hardly renowned for scoring goals, only 2 in his 155 games for Liverpool. He's off the mark at the third time of asking in a white shirt. And what a scoreline midway through the first half. Leeds leading by 3 goals to 0. Smith's having an excellent game. There's been many European nights to savour under David O'Leary in Europe. And already this scoreline is suggesting it could be another one to add to the list of your Spartak Moscows and your Romas victories in the UEFA Cup last season. And of course that win against AC Milan a week ago. And a yellow card for Olivier Dacourt. And he never changed his style, even when you 3 up. Firstly, competitive. And a yellow card for the Frenchman. Beşiktaş must try and recover, because I'm sure they are shell-shocked at the moment. It's long ball. And Leeds looking so comfortable at the back with Radebe in commanding form. Viduka. Tracking in was Tayfur. Good football from Leeds United, nice interchanging passing. Ball just given away by Matteo. Karhan. Ibrahim picking up on that loose ball. Bakke did well though to retrieve the situation. Smith is always willing to run after every lost cause, and that's what his persistence will win him. And he sends in the cross. There's just not many white shirts there. Viduka will keep the ball in play thanks to Matteo. Matteo now will look up, and Markus Münch had to head the ball behind, because again Smith was causing all sorts of problems. Dacourt just impeding Ibrahim. He was sent off for 2 bookable offences, was Dacourt against TSV Munich in the first match in Europe of this season. Just have to make sure that it's an eye on that yellow card. Danny Mills with a clearance. Eirik Bakke, cool as a cucumber to pick out Ian Harte as Leeds clear the danger. Hard to know what tactics you employ from a Beşiktaş point of view, bearing in mind they suffered a drubbing at AC Milan a fortnight ago. Whether they try and get back into the game or damage limitation, something that Nevio Scala must try and address. Certainly they'll hope to keep it this way for the next 20 minutes or so until we reach half time. Take something dramatic though from the current league leaders of Turkey to get back into this game. There haven't been too many dramatic comebacks when you're playing at the highest level in Europe. And Ibrahim, who wasn't happy with the decision from the referee with his dissent, has just gone and earned himself with his name in the book of Manuel Pereira. He went down under the challenge of Bowyer and Mills. There's a blatant show of dissent. Not going to change the referee's mind, and a yellow card. Smith's front play really has belied his tender years so far this evening. Kelly again coming forward, sends in a cross. There again was Smith trying to get on the end of it. Beşiktaş this time did deal with a cross from Gary Kelly. It's Karhan to bring the ball away. But every player in a white shirt is on top of their game this evening. Eirik Bakke and Mark Viduka have certainly enjoyed fine first half displays. Karhan, everything likes to go through the Slovakian. Nihat. Back to Karhan. They're not going anywhere though with a great deal of pace. It's a very slow and methodical build-up, and one which doesn't get very far. Leeds, on the other hand, attack with a lot more speed and pace. Crossfield ball cut out by the German Markus Münch. Ibrahim is getting forward at every opportunity into the penalty area, trying to link up with Dursun. But again, Lucas Radebe enjoying a fine game, just steps out of defence to bring the ball away. This is Bowyer to Dacourt. The passing now has been exemplary, and every time that Leeds come forward, they attack with menace. Sadly, Gary Kelly just couldn't keep that ball in play. Well, they haven't had too many threatening moments, Beşiktaş. This would have been one of them had Ibrahim managed to take the ball in his stride. Harte linking up with Viduka. Ibrahim may well have felt that. That was off the trusty left foot of the Irish international. Who, as Derby will testify at the weekend, can score a special goal or two in his young career. 3-0 up though, with nearly half an hour played. Is a fine night's work so far from Leeds United. Beşiktaş are forced to go back to Shorunmu. Just lacking that cutting edge to try and cause the Leeds defence real problems. Just that one effort so far, which was saved by Nigel Martyn. Nouma reminds me a little bit of Paolo One-Shot. And Bakke again just making the foul, sharing a joke with the referee. Ibrahim was the man who was caught. The ball again is given away. Beşiktaş are giving the ball away far too often, and Leeds in this kind of form will hurt them, especially with players like Lee Bowyer, who is enjoying a similar start to the season as he did last year. He was prolific in the UEFA Cup, and he's already found the score sheet again in European competition. Keep it tight up towards half-time, and David O'Leary, I'm sure, will be patting each of the Leeds players firmly on the back as they go into the half-time team talk in the next 14 minutes. Nouma dropping deeper just to try and get hold of the ball, because the service to the front two hasn't really been causing many problems for the Leeds defence from Beşiktaş. Nihat. Ian Harte did enough to go with him. Nihat was just getting a little nudge there from the Irish international, and a free kick to Beşiktaş, who yet to lose a game in Turkey. They won 5-1 on Friday night against Ankara. Confidence certainly high coming into this game. However, it's been shattered by a wonderful display from Leeds United. Nihat with the free kick. But it doesn't even reach the penalty area. It's going to cause little concern. He's got a chance to rectify that. He whips in the cross as well. Tayfur was trying to get there, and Ian Harte did enough to put off the Beşiktaş captain. Well, they've threatened very little in open play. Nigel Martyn will hope his defence can keep a check on things from a set piece. Markus Münch will take it. Karhan is there, and It was Dominic Matteo who just got the touch ahead of the tall Slovakian. Well, Beşiktaş will certainly hope that they can try and pull a goal back to give any hope that they've still got something left out of this game. Münch again though, this time can't even beat the first man, and typically it was Alan Smith to make that clearance. Münch with a throw. First one will win another throw. Well, this is in fact, the throw's gone the other way, so Gary Kelly will make the clearance. Dursun entirely too pleased with that decision. Alan Smith just couldn't take the ball with him. But those four white shirts around Tayfur there just sums up the sort of way that Leeds have always pressed and closed Beşiktaş down whenever they've been on the ball. Well, Ibrahim's got away from Dacourt. Ibrahim's shot though was never going to trouble Nigel Martyn. He appeared to be caught in two minds, and then he went on the outside, but he's never really wrapped that left foot round it enough to cause Martyn any trouble at all. Radebe, Bowyer, Bowyer finds Kelly. Bakke's made an intelligent run into space, and he'll win a corner off the legs of Ümit. Every time that Leeds come forward, they attack with so much menace. Not just from the front too, but it's the supporting midfield who are always able to give players options that Gary Kelly could pick out Bakke. So many players to aim for with aerial presence as Bowyer did anything at the bar. It was Matteo. Nouma makes the clearance. Radebe, and Radebe's shot flashed wide. A cheeky smile from Lucas Radebe, not known for his goal-scoring exploits. Neither is Matteo, but he almost doubled his Leeds United tally in only his third game for what he scored for his entire career at Anfield. But this time the bar came to the rescue of Beşiktaş. No exaggeration, Leeds could have been leading by 4 or 5 goals so far this evening. Bakke. Strong run from the Norwegian, and Tayfur pulled him back. The Beşiktaş captain was undone by the strength of Eirik Bakke. Another yellow card, the second for Beşiktaş will be show. What didn't help Tayfur's cause is that Bakke just run in front of captain. What this does do though, it means Leeds could attack once again. 4 white shirts wait for this free kick to be delivered. Ian Harte will strike it. Nouma made the clearance. Tell you what, that seemed to be curling in towards the far corner. It was curling in wickedly. Not trying to add to the weekend goal against Derby. Dacourt, good turn. Bakke. Free kick for Beşiktaş. They'll be glad of the respite, because Leeds have really pinned them back so much in their half for this opening 45 minutes. Shorunmu wasn't really making much of an effort to get to that. He was relying a lot on Nouma. Khlestov to Nouma. Now looking for Nihat. Art stood up to him. It's been a perfect European display in every sense. Karhan looking for Nouma again. Radebe with the intervention. Münch though sends the ball in again. Radebe is there, Mr. Dependable at the back. Beşiktaş still looking to threaten, but Leeds, for the moment at least, have cleared. Doing it to Nihat. Nihat this time gets away from Ian Harte, but look at Dacourt back there. He's done ever so well, the £7.2 million capture from Lens, who, like Leeds last season, reached the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. And it's the experience that Dacourt will bring to this Leeds side that I'm sure was one of the attributes that David O'Leary wanted to sign him. Here comes Smith, Viduka, Khlestov to Shorunmu. Again, they were caught in a pickle at the back. They survive on this occasion. They hardly inspire confidence. Ibrahim to Münch, who's also starting to come into the game a little bit more as this first half has wore on. The front two of Dursun and Nouma just haven't clicked as they did against Barcelona a week ago. Dacourt, 26 years of age yesterday. What a way to celebrate your birthday. 3 goals to the good. Smith looking for Bowyer, who'd made the run. Goal kick. Shorunmu finds Khlestov. Smith again, right from the word go, putting pressure on Beşiktaş. And Shorunmu was a little bit fortunate just to take the ball away from Viduka. You say about the defence not inspiring confidence, neither does the goalkeeper. Five minutes to go to half time, and Leeds in the perfect position. Stepping out of defence to bring the ball away to launch a possible another Leeds United attack. Matteo to Bakke. Bakke to Viduka. This time though the flag was raised. Bakke, look at the control. The first time ball, the way to the pass as well was exemplary. Viduka this time just triggered the offside flag. Has Radebe with him. He manages to get in the cross. Good take though by Nigel Martyn. Bakke now can come forward, striding forward as well. Radebe to Harte. They've used the flanks so well though in this first half, both right and the left. Harte and Matteo link up. Harte continued his run. Hardly cut out with a great deal of effect. Karhan toiling away. And in the end, not helped at all by the referee as Dacourt's shot is... thought it was deflected for a corner, but indeed it will be a goal kick. But Karhan was battling away all by himself. It broke to Dacourt, and as it was just swerving away and dragged wide from Shorunmu. On the night where Viduka and Matteo have scored their first goals for the club, Dacourt could have been forgiven for thinking that he might as well try his luck too. McPhail just couldn't keep the ball in play, and Beşiktaş have a throw with Markus Münch. Khlestov to Karhan. Dacourt shackled him well. He set Smith away. Ümit will go with Smith, nudging the back of Smith. Assistant referee says no. And as we're near half-time, Beşiktaş will, I'm sure, be pleased that after conceding that third goal on 22 minutes, that they have gone another 22 without conceding another. Dursun just comes on the inside of Radebe, and there was Danny Mills covering and doing a very good job to avert the threat of the Turkish striker. Lucas Radebe slipped on the greasy surface, Dursun was in, but just as he thought about goal, taking the ball off his toes was Danny Mills. Corner from Münch, knocks in the air. Nouma then pushes into Gary Kelly. Münch's shot is charged down by Lee Bowyer, and Leeds are working so hard, not only in attack but also in defence as well, just to make sure that Beşiktaş don't end this first half with a goal. Münch again with the delivery. Taking no chances, Dominic Matteo for yet another corner. We're inside the last 60 seconds of normal time. Imperative to make sure that Beşiktaş don't find an avenue back into the game. Münch lost this one into Karhan, whose header is off target. He got it well, just couldn't direct it goalwards. A little bit deeper this time. Karhan using his 6'2" frame to good effect. Gary Kelly and Martyn though were covering. What a first half it's been though for Leeds United. Karhan again, probably one of the most impressive players so far for Beşiktaş. His long ball downfield though will be seen back to Nigel Martyn by Lucas Radebe. Well, after that win against AC Milan a week ago, now it's been leading 3-0 with the possibility of going to the top of the group. And just listen to the applause around Elland Road for a wonderful first half performance from David O'Leary's side. Lee Bowyer, then Marc Viduka and Dominic Matteo have given Leeds United a 3-goal cushion, and the players certainly deserve every clap and every cheer for their appreciation for a wonderful display in the opening 45 minutes. Leeds 3, Beşiktaş 0. To know how Leeds United can better that first half performance. I'm sure they will try, but leading by 3-0, unless something crazy was to happen, then Leeds United are set to record a second successive victory, and it will be a fine European display to take them on to 6 points. Beşiktaş will somehow wait to try and get themselves back into this game. And after watching the first half, it's hard to see how they will do that. Ahmet Dursun and Pascal Nouma, the two players who were the undoing of Barcelona, haven't had the service or really the opportunity to do the same to Leeds United. Down. Beşiktaş will hope that the second half is somewhat better than the first 45 minutes. Ibrahim. Münch whips in the first time cross, but every time that Beşiktaş have come forward, they found Lucas Radebe in commanding form at the back. Karhan. Ibrahim, who's on a yellow card, will have been a little bit wary as Bowyer went to ground, because another yellow card would result in him being sent off. At times Leeds were dazzling when going forward, and if they can pick up that tempo again when the second half does get going, Beşiktaş won't know what's hit them. Sometimes there's always that danger that after a fine first half display, though, that the second half doesn't necessarily live up to the same sort of expectations. Nudge in the back on Alan Smith. Leeds have a throw in the early stages of this second half. Viduka. Good running. Karhan though was there to take the ball away from him. And the slightest of touches and the Slovakian went down. There he is to make the clearance. Ibrahim picks it up and lifts the ball away downfield. Giving the ball away far too easily, Beşiktaş. It was Ibrahim on that occasion. Saying that though, he just couldn't keep the ball in play. He'll be a happy man. Those Irish eyes will no doubt be smiling from the final whistle, as well around 35,000 others inside Elland Road. Steady start after the restart. Tayfur, the Beşiktaş captain. Markus Münch, over 10 years of experience in top-flight football, mainly playing his trade across in the German Bundesliga. Flashed off to Ibrahim. Again, they're keeping the ball, but not really going anywhere, Beşiktaş. This is Nihat. Danny Mills again is sticking tight to the 20-year-old. He's certainly grasped his chance in the side. Somehow the throw's gone against Beşiktaş, but Leeds are not complaining because Matteo will now come away with the ball. Viduka, little glance over the shoulder. Here's Bowyer. Cross in, Smith. Flag was raised. Viduka put the ball over the top anyway. The difference in how the two sides attack, Beşiktaş that little bit more laboured, and Leeds with so much pace going forward at every opportunity with the movement and the running. And on this occasion the flag came to the rescue of Beşiktaş. 4 minutes played in the second half. Tayfur. Nihat. Industrious, busy-like player. 5 feet from Ümit. Free kick will go against him. Indeed it won't, it'll go the other way. 5 feet from both players really. Something which is outlawed on the continent. And Beşiktaş, who might be a little bit encouraged by the start of the second half that they've made. We'll see if they can test Nigel Martyn from long range. The strike is wide from Nihat. Nigel Martyn again not worried at all. The three-man wall did its job sufficiently. Martyn has only had that one save to make. Much to the dismay of Nevio Scala. Gary Kelly. Viduka. A nudge in the back. He tried to pick himself up, but Couldn't keep his balance, but he has won that free kick. Taken too quickly. Manuel Pereira, the Portuguese official, says the ball was in fact moving when Eirik Bakke struck it. Gary Kelly. Bakke. Kelly linking it well. Bakke did well. Bakke looks up, sends it across to Smith, and his downward header across the face of goal. Well, if anybody deserves a goal, it would be Alan Smith for the way that he's worked so hard. Wonderful play again from Eirik Bakke. Had a little glance over the shoulder, came on the inside of Tayfur, sent it across, and a glancing header from Alan Smith. Diving forward, the faintest of touches. And Beşiktaş survive. Well, it could have been 6 or 7 this evening with all the chances that Leeds have created. Here he is again, Smith, trying to release Viduka. And Viduka has won a corner kick. Good covering from Beşiktaş. The corner's taken quickly. Dacourt tries to sweep the ball in. Beşiktaş will break. 7 minutes into the second half. There's no danger of Leeds sitting back on their 3-goal lead. Just got to be wary of the counter-attack from Beşiktaş, but Danny Mills is certainly continuing his fine form in the centre of defence after his own fine display against Milan a week ago. The white shirt is down at the moment. Gary Kelly just making sure that the defence is well marshalled. Karhan with the throw. Cross comes in from Münch. Dacourt with a header away. Nihat. Bakke did just enough. Karhan shot, takes a deflection off an outstretched foot from Dursun, but wide. And with the exception of Dursun's shot in the first half, all that Beşiktaş have been restricted to really is efforts from long range. Dacourt always seems to have so much time on the ball. Alan Smith brought down. Shorunmu beaten 3 times already. We'll watch on as Viduka hopes to latch on to the end of this free kick from Ian Harte. In it goes, headed away. Leeds though will threaten once more. This is Alan Smith. Bowyer with a flick, Viduka back to Bowyer, but the flag is raised and the whistle has been blown. The interchange of passing, so slick. Lovely flick to Bowyer, turn away, and Viduka just back towards him. Leeds are still keeping possession well and obviously still on their toes, not wanting to let their guard slip against Beşiktaş. Emerging forces in Turkish football. 4 or 5 points currently clear of Galatasaray at the top of their domestic table. Ball played in towards Alan Smith. Leeds, whose own Premiership form hasn't been as good as that as the European form so far, but maybe this performance could kickstart it all ahead of the visit of a certain George Graham at the weekend. got to be aware of the physical and mental tiredness which had crept into the play at Derby County. You've got to say this hasn't really been a feature of the way that Leeds have played with so much vigour and passion here tonight. Typified by that man Lee Bowyer. Karhan. Khlestov. And again Bowyer snapping at his heels as Karhan advances. Karhan now has a bit of space to come into. He looks for Nouma. Karhan has a shot. Danny Mills with the intervention. Beşiktaş though are starting to have more and more long-range efforts it seems, but Danny Mills and Lucas Radebe are solid at the back. Just picks up a knock. Karhan looking for Dursun. Dursun in the penalty area, and the outstretched foot of Nigel Martyn does just enough to divert the ball away. The best real effort that Beşiktaş have had. It involved possibly their best player, Karhan, who slid the ball in, and the shot from Darren from Nigel Martyn. Beşiktaş threaten once more. Radebe with the header away this time. Beşiktaş have gone back towards Shorunmu, and with it you feel that a little bit of their momentum has gone too. Karhan, if he was to have so much time on the ball as he has had in the second half, for the return game in 3 weeks' time, you feel could well be an instrumental player for Beşiktaş. Kelly with the throw. Bakke with the header. Bowyer just couldn't get there. Nouma rising in the air. Radebe sticking with him. And in the end, all of the holding up play and his hard work was a waste, because his final ball left a lot to be desired. Nigel Martyn will be grateful of the fact that he changed his boots from size 10 to 9.5 and not to a size 9, because that extra few inches certainly vital to keep out Dursun moments ago. There's always a little bit of anticipation every time that Ian Harte places the ball down for a free kick, but on this occasion he's taken it short. Quarter Bowyer. Look at the options. Kelly coming on the overlap. The cross is in though, headed away. Matteo will pick it up. To Harte. Sends in a deep ball. It was Bakke with a header, and he'll try and retrieve it as well. Khlestov and Tayfur will bring the ball away though for Beşiktaş. Nouma lost out to the challenge to Lucas Radebe. Game will come, and a challenge from behind, and this could pose trouble for Erman, because that will be a yellow card, and it means that Erman will miss the return in 3 weeks' time. Challenge from behind, catching Viduka, a yellow card, the third Beşiktaş player to be booked, and the number 17 will not be featuring in Istanbul in 3 weeks' time. Other players who are sweating on yellow cards: Nouma for Beşiktaş, Alan Smith and Danny Mills for Leeds United. What can Leeds do here? Bowyer with a free kick towards the far post, headed away. Nihat then knocks it straight back to Bowyer. Caught in possession by Dursun. Karhan now will try and get Beşiktaş away. This is Ibrahim, who has pulled away into space. It's picked out Ümit! And Ümit's shot hit the side netting. Well, in the last 2 or 3 minutes, Beşiktaş have created 2 of their best openings. Wonderful run into space, picked out well by Nouma. And on this particular occasion, he just couldn't steer it the other side of the post. Thankfully for Leeds, it hit the side netting. But maybe a bit of a wake-up call to show that Beşiktaş still harbour hopes of trying to get themselves back into the game, despite the tall order that lies ahead when they're 3-0 down. Will also show that Beşiktaş on their home ground could be a completely different proposition in 3 weeks' time. This is Bowyer. Looking for Smith. Bowyer sends in the cross, Shorunmu though gathered the ball. I suppose when you're 3-0 down, there's not a great deal much more you can do apart from give it a try, and they've certainly done that, but Leeds on the whole have been solid at the back, and they've been awesome in attack. They're doing it at the moment. Viduka played in by Smith. Viduka just forced the check. Harte is forward. This is Matteo. Matteo goes for goal! And Khlestov diverted his goal-bound effort behind. Well, he could have had 2 or 3 tonight, Dominic Matteo. Came on the inside with will, and Khlestov, I'm not too sure he knew a great deal about that. Going with a corner towards the far post, good taking the pressure from Shorunmu. I don't think that Ian touched him. Shorunmu was certainly trying to make a case that he had. Pascal Nouma will chase after Lucas Radebe. Nigel Martyn's clearance will fall to Ibrahim, who just let the ball run away from him and showed too much towards Danny Mills. The flag has been raised from that long ball from Mills. Maybe those new 9.5 size boots do take a bit of adjusting after all. Beşiktaş have possibly enjoyed better possession in this second half, but they've been caught in it now, and Smith has played in Viduka on the edge of the area. This is Viduka. He's got Bakke just to the side of him. This is Bakke, and Bakke has scored a 4th goal. But it all came down to the persistence of Alan Smith, who caught Beşiktaş out up towards Viduka, and Eirik Bakke is up and running for the season with his 1st goal of the campaign. There was Smith. His awareness played in Viduka, held the ball up, thought about goal, saw that Bakke was there, drew the man, and with precision, his right-footed shot nestled in the back of the net for a wonderful 4th goal. And selfish play by Viduka, drew the man, held it up just enough. First time shot from the Norwegian, and Shorunmu was beaten for a 4th time. 4-0. There he is again. You wouldn't know it's his 3rd game in a week, would you? Leeds are marching on in Europe. Dacourt. Again, got into play. Khlestov just caught the heels of Alan Smith. Well, they know they've been in the game tonight, the Beşiktaş defence, that's for sure. Shorunmu has been beaten on 4 occasions and will no doubt be sweating with his latest free kick. They have the options to aim for. Brilliant, right footed, goes for goal. Shorunmu this time beats the ball out. And it's been a wonderful display. You could use all the adjectives to describe it so far and it would fit the bill. This is Markus Münch coming on the inside. And he moves again with a block. And Lucas Radebe, that's accomplished defending. Now here he goes again, the boy wonder. Never giving up the lost cause and diving in. The referee's whistle has blown. He got the ball. And Alan Smith has been shown the yellow card. Well, he got the ball in the challenge with Ümit. And that is a personal body blow for Alan Smith, because it means that yellow card will mean he is suspended for the next game in Istanbul for that return match against Beşiktaş. He's a wholehearted player. You'd expect Alan Smith to chase those lost causes. But the referee, with that booking, means that Smith will sit out the 4th game of this campaign. The only downside to the night so far. Rankel's with you as well when he got the ball. This is Matteo. Harte inviting Dacourt to come forward, just couldn't take it with him. Beşiktaş had the players to cover. Midway through the second half, Leeds leading by 4-0. With the scoreline so far in the new camp of Barcelona 0, AC Milan 1, the group is starting to take shape. Good strength from Smith. Just trying to pick out Bakke again. The run from the midfield. Beşiktaş though were alert to the danger then. Radebe's gone down with that challenge with Karhan. Smith now looks for Bakke once again and finds him this time. Bakke with the back heel. Radebe's still down, and Beşiktaş come forward. And the boos at the moment, because Beşiktaş still come forward. This is hardly good sportsmanship, and Danny Mills will put the ball out of play now. Radebe in a great deal of pain. Gary Kelly not happy with Markus Münch. Danny Mills trying to just separate them. And Nouma's just come in and raised his arm to Danny Mills. It was outrageous play by Pascal Nouma, and if the referee has seen it, his yellow card would mean he would be also suspended for the next game. His former teammate Olivier Dacourt was quick to get Nouma away from the situation, and the referee here, Manuel Piore, has got to certainly keep a check on things. Ibrahim at first, and he pushed him right in the face, and you can't raise your arm. And Nouma has got to be very, very careful. Well, what will the Portuguese official do? And Nouma now is just checking on Lucas Radebe, and it would appear that the 28-year-old striker, who's caused all the headlines back home for allegedly striking a photographer outside a nightclub, an incident in Istanbul, is going to actually escape a yellow card. Olivier Dacourt, I think he's being the peacemaker for his former Lens teammate. Naturally concerned for Lucas Radebe in the wars in the Nou Camp a fortnight ago. And picking up a knock this time on his left leg. And the injury situation shows no sign of improving. is staggering that Pascal Nouma has escaped the yellow card. Radebe was telling me after the Derby game he could only remember the Barcelona match when it was 2-0 after his concussion in the Nou Camp Stadium, and of course he didn't play last week against AC Milan. So this is his first real taste of this season's European action, and thankfully he's back on his feet. And a substitution, and hardly surprising, Nevio Scala, the coach, is going to take Pascal Nouma out of the equation. Fazli will come on. Doesn't seem too impressed by the decision. I think it's only for his own good though. He's taken off his shirt. He's thrown it at the bench. You could tell he wasn't impressed with the situation at all. And I've got a feeling that that will result in a yellow card for Nouma after all, so maybe justice has been done, because you can't take your shirt off, and Nouma after all will miss the return game in Istanbul. His Gaelic temperament just getting the better of him, and Ibrahim also leaving the field now, and Mehmet, the number 10. A double substitution for Beşiktaş. Of course, after all of that, there's a corner to defend. And it will be another corner. Well, Alan Smith has been everywhere. He can afford a smile for his wholehearted performance. Münch is also getting the boos as Radebe heads this ball behind. Both he and Matteo went for the same ball because Münch was the player who had led the Beşiktaş attack, where many fans felt that it should have been knocked out of play for a throw with Radebe injured, and that's why Münch is getting the boos and the jeers from this near capacity crowd. Vigilant as ever, Nigel Martyn. It's deep. And the downward header. Goal kick. We've been playing for nearly half an hour of the second half. And Stephen McPhail is going to come into the fray. A useful run out for Stephen McPhail, who wasn't fully fit when Leeds played against Barcelona a fortnight ago. He's since played a reserve game against Manchester City and will no doubt benefit from another run out here this evening. Alan Smith, well, he's worked so hard, and again down to that hard work. He required two players to go across with him for Leeds to have the throw. And Olivier Dacourt has certainly played his part in a wonderful display so far from Leeds United. He makes way for Stephen McPhail. With the job done, 4 goals to the good, and McPhail will hopefully get a good, useful run out in these remaining minutes or so. This is Bowyer. Viduka, he just couldn't take the ball with him. It was just that inch too far away from the Australian. He was certainly impressed on his return from the Olympics. 15 more minutes remain, and Beşiktaş, I'm sure, will be hoping that those 15 minutes go rather quickly when you're 4-0 down. There can't be a great deal of enjoyment left in the match as Eirik Bakke is giving away a free kick. Lokomotiv Moscow were trounced here in the UEFA Cup last season. 4 goals put past them. It's another fine display at Elland Road in European competition for David O'Leary to look back on in his short spell as Leeds United manager. He's never stopped running all night, Alan Smith. Karhan. Dmitri Khlestov. Looking for Mehmet. Couldn't control the ball, and Lucas Radebe, who's had one of his best games of the season, making sure that he tidies up at the back. Going through the routine for Beşiktaş now. Tayfur. Back to Erman. He's just given the ball away. Back to Smith. Matteo coming up on the outside. Matteo now will flight the ball into the area, and Bakke's header on the run was just off target. He has had such an outstanding game in the middle of the park. Matteo again did well just to wait to pick him out. It was a pacey cross. On another occasion that might well have gone in the back of the net. Beşiktaş running out of ideas as the game wears on. About 12 minutes or so remaining of normal time. Plus a little bit of stoppages for that injury to Lucas Radebe. Now Huckerby has been warming up for the last few minutes as well. This is Harte. Bakke's back heel, this gives the ball away. Mehmet will come forward. McPhail made sure that they didn't go too far forward. Ideal sort of situation for Stephen McPhail, with his vision and his natural skill. The way that Leeds will want to keep hold of this ball for the remaining 10 minutes or so. Cheers from the crowd as Leeds start to string the passes together. There's crossfield ball. This is Matteo. Casually brings the ball down, flights over the cross. Shorunmu this time collects as Viduka is ready to pounce. Matteo not allowing Beşiktaş to come forward, never allowing the pace of the game to settle, and through that Leeds have got it back again as Huckerby waits to come on and to join the fray. And that has been a wonderful display, there's no question about that tonight, in every department: defence, midfield and attack, and not of course forgetting Nigel Martyn with his vital contributions in goal. The ball goes into play for a Leeds throw. And we're going to have a substitution, and Alan Smith, who like Milan a week ago has toiled and worked so hard up front, he might not necessarily have a goal to show for his efforts, but everybody inside this ground knows how hard he's worked. Might deserve one. And think about poor old Beşiktaş. You're shell-shocked, you run ragged, and for the final 10 minutes you've got to contend with the pace and power of Darren Huckerby. This is Bowyer. Mehmet. Matteo just got a foot in the challenge. The white shirts back in numbers to see it safely back with the head of the enhanced Nigel Martyn. Well, the fans are certainly enjoying what they've witnessed here at Elland Road. group. But had you said to David O'Leary that after 3 games, Fazli just couldn't get there again. Lucas Radebe, so cool at the back. Had you said that to him after 3 games, that you'd be in a position with 6 points, I'm sure he would have snapped your hand off. Because after Barcelona and AC Milan, Leeds, along with Beşiktaş, were expected to be battling it out for that 3rd spot, but doesn't appear to be going that way. And Erman is just being replaced by Rahim. The 3rd and final substitution from Beşiktaş. Still utilising those flanks well, and Bowie's made a great run. Viduka's in the penalty area, there's the cross. Viduka just couldn't take it with him. It was 2 or 3 inches behind him. But the way that Leeds attacked with so much speed down that right hand side, intelligent run from Bowyer, always looking up, and Viduka got the faintest of touches, but not enough to bag his 2nd for the club. Harte sends in the cross. Münch will head the ball, and it goes behind for a corner. Just sums up the night of Beşiktaş. Not a lot has gone right for them. Four white shirts waiting in the area. It's an away swinger. Comes off the head of Ian Harte, heads the ball away. Tayfur, the Beşiktaş captain, has also got a case of the jitters because he's just gone and sliced his intended ball out of play for a throw. Well, David O'Leary looks a very contented man, along with Eddie Gray, and every reason to do so as well. 4-0 leading Beşiktaş. Leeds are handily placed, it would appear, at the halfway stage. Now Darren Huckerby just goes against him on that one. Khlestov will be delighted that he wasn't shown a clean pair of heels from the former Coventry man. We'll be glad just to get a slice of the action. A rather frustrating time for Darren Huckerby recently. Beşiktaş with Mehmet. Leeds again though, always having the men behind the ball. Beşiktaş have really, apart from those 2 quick incidents early on in the 2nd half, haven't found a way past that man. Gary Kelly with a throw, with some 6 minutes remaining of normal time. 4-0 up. Wonderful display from David O'Leary's side. Now Ian Harte, and they're still threatening more too. Not resting on their laurels, no one could accuse Leeds of doing that. Gary Kelly's coming on overlap, Bowyer sends in the cross. Shorunmu didn't really have to move his feet to collect that ball. Thought that with 5 minutes remaining, Leeds will be 4 up. Just offside as Huckerby and Viduka. Change of personnel, but no change in the way that the front 2 have been working. The understanding was there, and Marc Viduka has shown signs that that trip down under has really benefited him in terms of match sharpness, despite the fact that Australia didn't win a single game. This is Nihat. Good defending from Ian Harte. Stood up to the 20-year-old. And now he's released Darren Huckerby. Darren Huckerby will have a chance to run at the Beşiktaş defence. Taking away the ball. Shorunmu will make the clearance. Bakke picking up the loose ball. Out to Huckerby once again. Always likes to have the defenders on the back foot, running with his toes. Harte to McPhail. Harte coming forward. In the end he was checked by the third Beşiktaş player, Ümit. Every Leeds player wants to get in on their slice of the action. Though he's had his fair share slice this evening. As he goes to ground, Viduka slips and Beşiktaş will clear. Well, there have been many European nights to savour. So many accomplished displays by a side which is still so young. I'm sure they've gained so much from that run in the UEFA Cup last season that when you then step up in European class and you play at the highest level as Leeds are doing, that they have learnt those lessons, certainly from the sides such as Spartak Moscow and Galatasaray, who of course were playing in this competition before dropping into UEFA Cup. And the way that Leeds have always closed down Beşiktaş, I'd be surprised if they'd learnt some harsh lessons from the Nou Camp. But they have responded and bounced back in dazzling fashion. It's their turn to give out the hiding. And Beşiktaş have some 2.5 minutes remaining before their suffering is over. Could be drawn between these two sides after all. Beşiktaş beat Lokomotiv Moscow in a qualifying game, a similar scoreline that Leeds actually beaten the Russian side in the UEFA Cup last season. In this performance, the two sides, there is a certain gulf in class. It's been a very classy display from Leeds. Here's Huckerby. Ümit taking no chances. Desperate to prove a point down, Huckerby. Gary Kelly with the throw. Huckerby lays it back to Kelly. He sends in the cross. The header tipped over by Shorunmu. Good agility from the goalkeeper, but another wonderful header from Eirik Bakke. Patient build-up play. Kelly with a cross. He hung in the air so well and forced Shorunmu into another good save. Popular figure of Lee Bowyer to take the corner. It's an away swinger. Harte's downward header to the feet of Huckerby, who turns the ball in. It's a rare goal for Darren Huckerby. It's a 5th goal for Leeds United. And the crowd have really enjoyed, quite literally, a 5-star display. Shorunmu is smiling. He doesn't really have a great deal to smile about. Leeds, on the other hand, well, they do. 5-0. Huckerby controlled the ball from Harte's downward header, turned and rifled it in. Goal will mean a lot to Darren Huckerby as we now enter stoppage time, and Leeds 5, Beşiktaş 0 will certainly rank as one of the many highlights, not just under David O'Leary's regime, but the side, of course, the Super League side, which had so many European nights to savour here themselves. Atmosphere as well, generated from the near full house, is living up to what we've been witnessing on the pitch. Oh, now to into stoppage time, and Nevio Scala must wonder what has hit his side. He said they would attack with patient football, but all the attacking football has been in the white shirts of Leeds United, and Beşiktaş simply haven't been able to live with David O'Leary's exciting team. They had their chances, they didn't take them. Leeds have taken theirs. Doing it with the back pass to Shorunmu. Still laid back as he was in the first minute, Shorunmu. Nihat just couldn't latch onto that ball, and Nigel Martyn was there. This is McPhail. Looks for Huckerby. Huckerby with his pace will certainly get there. He's done well, Huckerby. Pulls the ball back to the edge of the area. Just run away from him. That's the pace and power that can unnerve a defence when they've got tired legs at the end of the game. Huckerby brought on, off the bench, fresh legs. Will always give their defence a run for the money. Certainly been a performance to be proud of. And we'll also send out a warning to AC Milan, who now lead Barcelona 2-0, as well as the Spanish side, who are yet to come to Elland Road. But Leeds on their own patch are a completely different proposition. Now Huckerby again putting pressure on the Beşiktaş defence. Karhan just waiting for the final whistle to blow now, Beşiktaş. And Mehmet caught in possession by Bowyer. His endless bounds of energy find Huckerby, who again has got the Beşiktaş players on the back foot. He pulls the ball back, and there is Lee Bowyer, and it is a 6th goal. And he started it all off, and he's finished it all off. And Leeds United 6, Beşiktaş 0. What a night, what a performance. The sort of run that you associate with Darren Huckerby. Pulled it back, Viduka couldn't get there, but Bowyer could. And the misery is complete for Beşiktaş. And in fact, Leeds United 6, Beşiktaş 0 equals the highest margin of victory in this competition, which was set by Marseille's 6-0 win over CSKA Moscow back in '93. 6-0, and it is all over. It is a performance and a scoreline that will live long in the memory. And Lee Bowyer, with his 2 goals, played his part. Mind you, every player to don the white shirt this evening played his part in a sensational and awesome attacking display. Beşiktaş simply annihilated. Marc Viduka, his first goal for the club, showing signs of the form that why David O'Leary spent £6 million to sign him from Celtic. And Eirik Bakke, you wouldn't have known it was his 3rd game in a week. What a night, what a game, what a scoreline. Leeds United 6, Beşiktaş 0.